Alright, this video is what's going to happen in 2012. My idea is about 2012. This guy, Michael something or other, said that I should make a video on it, so here's my video. I already talked about it, I think, on my, the aliens are here video, but I'll do one specifically for 2012 because it's gaining so much interest. I think there's going to even be a movie about it here in a couple of months or something, so. 2012 is the date of the end of the world according to the Mayan calendar. Now, people have taken so much interest on the Mayan calendar because the Mayans knew so much about our solar system. They knew about all of the planets. They knew about the movement of the planets, how long it takes Earth to go around the sun, and everything. I haven't read any books about 2012. I'm just talking here about what I know. And everybody should do that. You know, people shouldn't be afraid to talk about what they think about something unless they're like some kind of like authority. You know, people should straight up talk about it. So people have taken interest in the Mayan civilization, and also the way that they designed those pyramids. It shows that they really knew a lot about the cosmos. So my idea about 2012 is that the Mayan calendar, according to Barbara Hanslau, who wrote a book about it and who's privy to all these Mayan elders and stuff, the calendar is a spiral calendar that started at the beginning of the universe 15 billion years ago. That's what the Mayans say, and our scientists say it's 13 billion years ago, so how did the Mayans know that? Well, I think it was passed down to them from aliens, or it could have been some kind of psychic connection to their higher selves, but I think it makes more sense to me that aliens brought it down to them and wrote it down for them. So the first segment is I don't know how many millions of years, but it goes until like the creation of the Earth, and then each segment after that is 20 times less than the first one. And every time a new segment of the calendar starts, that is actually, like, well, not coincidentally, but that happens at the exact point where something very momentous happened on the Earth. Like, one of them happened, I think, when the Earth was created. One of them happened when the fish crawled out of the sea. One of them happened when all the dinosaurs went extinct. I don't know exactly when these were, but one of them happened, I can't remember. It's been months since I heard that interview, but the idea is that every time these great times of evolvement, of sudden growth on the planet happens, it's because this planet is part of a grander cosmos, and they actually communicate with each other, and they feed each other. The center of the galaxy feeds our sun, and the sun feeds our planet, and just based on how the positions of the planet are. So if there's like a straight line from all the planets and stars to the Earth, more energy comes to the Earth, comes into the Earth, actually grows the Earth, and this brings abiotic oil and the growing Earth theory into play. Like oil is the byproduct of the actual center of the Earth growing. Growing Earth, I want to do a video on that because I love that idea. I believe it. But every time that happens, the Earth is ready to change, go into a new era of evolvement. It's already played out its mission from the time before, and the dinosaurs had to die if we were going to have little mammals starting to run around, and mammals had more talent to become humans and intelligent creatures. So the last one, where the Mayan calendar, I forgot to time myself. Oh well, let's probably go over 10 minutes. The last one was 3100 BC. That was supposed to be the beginning of the world. In one way of looking at the Mayan calendar, that would have been the last of the three cycles ago, where civilization started to become new again. Now, coincidentally, that 3100 BC, that's when the Sumerian civilization was found to have been started, and also the one in the Indus Valley. So that's interesting to a skeptic, you'd have to say that it's interesting that the Mayan calendar in the Americas said that the world started the exact same century that the Sumerian civilization started in the Middle East, and the Indus Valley civilization started. And ever since then, we've been on this steady growth in civilization. And then the next one, because they get 20 times shorter each time, was in 1738, I think it was. And that was actually, that era was very important because that was finally the end of kings, of monarchies, the beginning of democracies, the beginning of travel around the whole world and having the whole world society with the British Empire and the French Empire. And then the next one after that was in 1998, and that was a pretty momentous time. That was when the computer first started, the internet was getting started. Computers were starting to actually have gigabytes instead of megabytes, and then the next one after that, because they get 20 times less each time, will be 2012, and that's the end of the Mayan calendar. So whoever made that calendar, I'm going to say it was the aliens who brought it to the Atlanteans, and when Atlantis broke up, they went to the Yucatan, started the Mayan civilization, and then that petered out. Some others went to Egypt, and which then sparked civilization in the Middle East, and then the Jews, and then the Roman Empire, and all that. So basically, they knew back then that in 2012 there was going to be a new beginning. They figured, okay, well, let's just, how they would create something based on something that focuses down through the entire creation of the whole universe to 2012. It's pretty interesting. I don't know how they would make it come down like that and get shorter and shorter like that. But basically what's going to happen is new energy is going to come to the Earth. And I get this information also from listening to Coast to Coast. I don't read any books about it. And apparently the scientists actually have recorded that all of the planets in the solar system are increasing in temperature, not just the Earth. So global warming, apparently. I haven't studied it up on myself, but I heard that it's public information you can get off of NASA and prove it to yourself. I haven't had the time to do it myself, but apparently global warming just isn't all about fossil fuels. It's about just going into a hotter area of the universe, of the galaxy, and it's actually heating up the middle of the Earth. Maybe the Earth is starting to grow some more. There's a lot more volcanic activity. Maybe there's a volcano under the North Pole, which is melting the ice. And my idea, see, I'm kind of like an intelligent design person. I believe in intelligent design. I also believe in Darwinism. I think you can make a perfect union of the two. I should probably make a video of that, of my idea about that. How intelligent design and Darwinism can go together if you bring aliens into it. But so basically what I believe is that the global warming is actually supposed to happen. And because the Earth is alive, and what's happening is the Mother Earth is consciously trying to make this planet able to accommodate more people. She's like, I'm ready to have more people. I want more people on this planet. So in order to have that, I want to melt all the ice on the North Pole so that the planet is warmer, more hospitable in the North Pole. A lot of people are like, well, there are going to be more mosquitoes and there's more fungus and all this stuff, but maybe not. Maybe the Earth will warm a little bit, but in the end it'll all work out. I'm not a climatologist, so I don't really know, but I know it's debatable whether global warming will actually cause more sicknesses and all this stuff. So, I do think the sea levels are going to have to rise. Like what is it, 20 or 40 feet or something over the next 20 years? But as long as we cut out all this wasteful spending, like with wars and the war on drugs and the war on this and the war on that and all these different wars, and spend our money, and not rip each other off, and actually spend our money intelligently, we will definitely have the GDP to be able to move those cities onward and land, and we'll be okay. So what's going to happen in 2012? December 21st, 2012. It's my mom's birthday. Like 11 o'clock at night. That's when we're supposed to go